Hey everybody, welcome back to D Game. Just sitting down here trying to get stuff ready, but we have a lot going on. There we go. That's better. We got a lot going on. Keeping busy, doing what I have to do. There's a lot with going on with the channel here. Obviously, you see the deal behind me. I got another podcast that I run, and that's up because he's going to be here shortly and record his. So that's the way it does. If you want to know, just message and I'll let you know what's that all about. Or if you guys got a podcast idea, we can work out something for the studio and go from there. But we got a lot going on. I got some new ideas for the lights. Trying to clean a few things up. Get some new cameras going, get them, instead of set up on tripods, things like that. We'll get them, permanently fixed and add a few more and things like that. Another thing is Sergeant John B. is, if I remember right, I have to check to make exactly sure. I think he's stateside right now. He finally made it back. Safe, good, wonderful. So that's a great thing. Guys, whatever, comment. Give thumbs up, whatever you got to do to show a little support. If anybody listening, if you guys, duty, active duty, retired, whatever, doesn't matter, whatever, support goes out to you. Big supporter of military on this channel. So if you guys ever want to be on, frickin' just make a comment or get a hold of me through somebody, and we'll get you on and have a little discussion about things. But one thing I want to talk about was the deal with this. Everything's kind of changing to a certain point now. I think women, I don't know if they've realized it yet. I don't think they have. It'll probably take a few years for them to realize it, but I think they've kind of pushed this too far. They push things a little too much, and now they're starting to kind of come back around. And get more of a, like say on the last one, guys are checking out. I think they've pushed too far, and now that all they have left is their average, or less than average guys, which, hey, if that's who you are, there's nothing wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But it's time to get your game up. It's time to, listen to the channel, listen to me, check out the old shows, and you'll get a good feel of how to better yourself in certain ways. And you can always be, like, say 5 years from now, man, you could be killing it, knocking it down. Just, it would be a wonderful thing. So, it's all about, making, guys better, cause that's all we got, man. That's all we got, man. We ain't got much. That's all we got is to get our crap and, to get better at what we do and, make more money and leave our mark in this world, a lot of the things that have been going on is, you probably heard over the last, 6 months, a year, different things in the news or from people or friends or whatever, that, or watching this channel, so subscribe to the damn thing and help out. It's definitely going to be a big thing. It show your support that way. The more you like and subscribe, the more you comment, the better the algorithm here, sends it out to more people, and share this out on your social media too. I mean, there might be somebody going through something that needs it, like I say, it's very positive for me that, I have, people tell me that, I've helped them out. Yeah. And on the flip side, I have a bunch of women saying that I'm a horrible person, but yeah, I know I am, but that's beside the point. No, really, if you got any friends that have been going through stuff, man, or if they're just in a bad place or they don't know how to get up, from where they're at, or they're kind of dragging or whatever, have them get a hold of me, or you get a hold of me and I'll get a hold of them. And heck, I can have them down and we can talk about this whole thing, and maybe it'll spark something to change in them, to give them a spark of life again, to get back out there, whether it's back out in the dating scene, whether it's, wanting to find a good woman. Cause hey, all wives are found. So all these women whining why they're not wifed up, they just don't understand that they're not wiped up for a reason. They're not wives. But all wives are found. So if you guys, anybody, like say, freaking, get a hold of me, and you and them come down. We can have a conversation and maybe get a little spark, or maybe a different perspective where he can get out of whatever he's going through, or get over it faster, because hey, we go through shit too. But things about the news and stuff you've been hearing of, women not being able to find, decent guys, and you can't find good men, and all men are trash, and all this fucking garbage. That everybody's hearing that. Things are changing, right? We've got things now. It's very big being talked about is, paternity fraud is finally going to be addressed. People are even talking about, hey, we're equal, so they can, be drafted too, so there's that, I don't know if I really agree with that, but at least, like I say, if they want an equal footing, then there we are, you know what I'm saying? We get, different things of, mandatory paternity tests, at birth, which is, a good thing, and will solve a lot of problems for the guys anyway. You know what I mean? It'll solve a shit ton of ours. It's going to create a bunch of problems for the women, but hey, they've never accepted accountability for anything anyway, so they'll dismiss this. Now I do want to say that don't think that this stuff is gonna, it is starting to kind of go to start making it equal again, back and more to the center instead of being way, way, way on the woman's side, just like, divorce laws and shit like that. They got that alimony thing taken care of down in Florida. So that's the beginning of that. So there is some things working, and there's some things going on that actually will start bringing this stuff around. Is it going to get worse before it gets better? Probably. I don't see women changing anytime soon. I don't. A lot of the women that listen to this, they don't really agree with a lot of what I say, just because they don't really ever see anything from the male perspective or care, because they don't have to. They think that they do enough, and that's just the way life is. Whatever, that's just as them. But do you think, I just want to keep it in reality, this isn't going to be a fast change. You know what I mean? Things are starting. Things, a few positive things, that could be, holding on to, for like us, and be better for men in the, relationship, department. I guess not the relationship itself, but the legal part of the relationship, and kids and things like that. It's going to take time. I don't see anything happening. It's a slow crawl. Women aren't going to change. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And I think that anything, if we see any real movement, other than the snail's pace, it's going to be 10, 12 years before we really see things start to take a good hold, so like I say, it's positive, so be happy about it, but don't be jumping up and down saying, yeah, this is what's going to happen, because it's going to take a long time. It's going to take a long time. But other things that I kind of want to touch on or whatever is there's, I know quite a few guys, and they're all really looking for somebody solid. They're looking for to get married, which hey, whatever. I'm not a big proponent of it, especially through the state. If you want to do a private ceremony, that's a good thing. Keep the state and the government out of it. That way you're not held to all this stuff. And a lot of this stuff is women that I really see. I mean, it's happening, around me too. So it's these things are very not just, in one aspect of the country, one aspect of the culture, one aspect of whatever. It's throughout. Is that there is women will go out and they'll date guys or have kids with them, either or, whether they have kids or not, but both situations, and then things don't work out or whatever, and then they sit there and they talk down all these guys. Now, I'm not saying they're all perfect, right? I'm just as hard on guys that but hold on. I'm hard on guys. I am. I mean, I expect us to be better. We all expect to be better, but I do. I expect men to be better than what we've shown in the recent past. I expect women to too, but they're not going to, and we all know that. So what I'm saying is they'll go out and they'll have a year relationship with a guy with no kids, or a year relationship, get pregnant, and then a year later and whatever, something happens and they break up and all that bullshit. So, but then they'll run around and freaking complain and get on social media nonstop and jump up and down screaming that these guys are horrible. These guys are bums. These guys are worthless. These guys don't take care of their kids. They don't do this. They don't see that. They don't come pick them up. And you fucking chose them. Women, you chose these guys. You chose these guys to impregnate you. And you knew who they were. And you're complaining that they're still the same person? I mean, people change, but a woman doesn't even know how to change a man. They have no clue. They think that if they kind of force us or take away sex or do this, they're going to change a guy. And we're not, that doesn't work. You can change a man somewhat, in his, the way he goes about things, but that's not the way. That's not going to happen. So it's your own fault. It's the woman's fault. They had the kid. They knew who this guy was. If they didn't want to date this guy because he was a bum or horrible or he's this creep, they shouldn't have dated him. They picked him. I mean, we can't, force women to date us. That's against the law. We can't do that. So you guys are the ones that select, So if you're selecting who you date, take some goddamn accountability for you chose a horrible person, or you don't know how to choose. If that's the case, not great, understand it, but don't fricking yell that the guy is horrible. I mean, the guy isn't horrible. Let's back up. Guy might be horrible, but you fucking knew that and you chose him. It's your own fault. I don't know. I don't know how ridiculous. I mean, if we put it this way, women, listen, if this is the case. If we picked a horrible woman, horrible, dated her for X number of, months or years or whatever, and then left and then complained nonstop of how horrible she was, you guys wouldn't give a shit. You'd look at us like you fucking knew that when you met her. You knew that at least a month in, maybe 2, but you knew, right? You'd think that we were crazy. Well, now you understand why most men think you guys is half crazy. You guys, it doesn't make any goddamn sense, But yeah, I'm just throwing that out there, man. I guys, you get it. I know you get it. You got either you've been through. Well, I'm sure that we all been through it a couple times, but you also have all your friends are going through that shit, and you're watching it, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on?" But don't. It doesn't make any sense. They take zero accountability for anything they do. It's always the man's fault. They could never do anything wrong. And if they did do something wrong, it was real small and tiny. Because they don't even realize that what it takes to actually keep a man. Okay. They don't care, for one. Number 2, they have no idea if that woman that has been dating these guys that she says is horrible for frickin' years, let's say 8 years, she's dated 8 different guys and they all been frickin' horrible to her. This is her thing, right? That, they're horrible people and they did this and they did all that yada bullshit. Okay. You picked that fucking guy. Well, maybe, if there's one constant in that, it's you. She don't even know what to look for in a guy. She don't know how to select. And that's scary and sad at the same time. But they don't care because they have 30 or 40 guys that are trying to get with them, right? But they always pick the bums or the guys that, I don't get it. All I know is if I had 30, 40 to sit there and select for me, I'd be picking the best. I wouldn't be picking, I want that one because she's a horrible person, but she's good looking. I'd be picking the best. Obviously not the worst, but, or at least a happy medium, right? Somebody that maybe I could, see a future with. I don't think they see a future with any of these guys. They just see that they can have fun for a while, and this is the norm, for this culture for these days, and it's just the way it is. But whatever. I'm getting off on a rant. You guys know it, but we all know it's true, right? We all do. If you really sit back and take accountability for all this, really take a look from above and then see what's going on. It's just like, what the hell, But just wanted to say, what I had to say here. Glad you guys are listening. Definitely try to share this out, and because we all know that there's dudes that that need this shit. You'd be like, dude, listen to this fucking idiot, right? So, we will definitely talk more. I'm going to try to keep these short and small unless, we get some, once we get some interviews here, which I got a few kind of coming. But till then, we're just going to keep it small and keep everybody. So thanks for listening. Share this out. Do whatever you can to help build the channel. you know, I got a lot of guys doing the old ninja watch where they don't subscribe, but they watch, you know, I, which is great. I don't mind. Watch, do what you need to do, man. But at least you could do if you're a ninja watcher, you could send it out and see if maybe a couple of your friends want to subscribe, you know. But all right, you guys stay strong. Remember, all wives are found, so don't frickin' think that it's never going to happen. Eventually, you will. It'll happen. Okay, stay positive, stay focused, or they say, stay focused, my brother. You know. All right. So, I'll catch you guys out. Catch you guys later. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Got some more work to do in the car. Later.